Greetings, my friends, and many of you have asked the burning questions: how do I find or detect a Stargate? So the misconception of that is that people run around claiming they know where Stargates are, they know where portals are, and then people walk these hikes or these energy spectrums. They don't see anything and they don't feel anything, they can't find anything. So here is, to make it as a sensitive topic as it is, hypothetically speaking, if you have awareness of a program exit, which is what a Stargate is, like that you can go literally to another base program, is dimension is perception of a game grid that you're on in an organic intelligence environment, or hence simulation. It seems real because you were born into it with the entire aspects of all regulations and simulations that are there. If it is the case and you resonate with that. So, if you can see a Stargate, it'll be visible, it'll be accessible, and you would leave in physical form. And you'll have the capacity to go forwards and backwards, or sideways, or upwards or downwards with these gates. Merlin knew where those gates were, Anastasia knew that, and many other avatars and messianic figures had an idea of how to access those gates because they had the awareness how to walk those gates and how to find them. So don't fall for those people that say they know where the Stargates are, or the government has found a machine, everything has to be a device and deranged and changed instead of being what it is. If there was such a device active right now with the ultimate allowance, there would be a whole lot of other things going on this planet. You can bet. So a Stargate simply is an access gate to another timeline or to another dimension. It can be in form of a device. We believe that's possible. But it's a natural also formation out there in the woods, somewhere between two rocks, highly magnetic. It's called it a superphase conjugate space, where the ions and everything is regulated to the highest degree. That's the only way where you can find an exit from this dimension to another. And then again, you would have physical access in and out. So people that say they live in holy areas, such as Hawaii, Sedona, or Mount Shasta, and they know where gates are. If somebody knows the crossing, like you know where the bridge is, you know how to cross. Everything else that is just verbalized to big themselves up, and they have no proof, they can't show you, they can't actually produce anything that this is real. They're giving you something of a virtual space, of a little dreamscape that is not real. Don't fall for that. When it is real, it'll be revealed in front of your very eyes, and that's what you should go by, nothing else. So don't fall for a lot of virtual Maya that's been given to you, where people have no tangible evidence. Like if I'm saying, I'm planting cacao beans, then I'll have beans. When I say I'm making agricultural sand for farmers that can stop using fertilizer, then this will be produced. If I say that I'm working on a chronographically designed device that will link with a Tzolk'in calendar and a positive affirmation on the back plate for you to have a time alignment as a time correction instead of a Bliss watch, a Swiss watch, the minute I'll show it to you, it'll be evident. So always look at what people announce and what is produced from the announcement. If I'm a landscape master and I say this is my service and you hire me, then the landscaping should be this. Everything else is virtual space. So there's reality, take a sip from that tea, and that's virtual space. So virtuosity, it's nice and inspirational, but if you don't bring forth length, depth, and height, or breath, spirit in your creation, you have missed the dimensional aspect of the simulation that you're living in. So never forget that. Stay real, keep it funky, and then when you can cross a Stargate, you'll enter through yourself the flip side, and then everything else is up to you. Peace. What's coming at me? So basically, for the Stargate situation is, once you know what to do, and you're in a childlike state, you will see what you need to see, and at that time the assignment for you will be that you know what you do. So the rest is when people talk about stargates that you can't see or feel, or you haven't processed that within. We know Mr. Cockadoodle over there is running a tape. It's very impressive, but also disturbing the transmission. We have awoken, and it's in 6 o'clock. He's an ongoing tape that we need to wake up. I get it. Here we go again. So anyway, everybody's nuts. So yeah, stargates are very real. They're not like Hollywood shows them. They are, I think, in natural formation, and you need the perception and the frequency to actually see those things. It's like, on a side note, why channeling is real. Watch the movie I think I don't know if it's First Contact or Making Contact by Daryl Anka, where they've measured Bashar when he channels Bashar, and they show that his brain state goes from, I don't know, from a 3 hertz or 4 hertz into a very like the blood flow to the brain is increased. They have measured the guy, and he goes to like up to 11 hertz, which is a very high brain state and a coherent brain state. So he is a completely different intelligence running when the dude goes there. So also that proves that there is a physical change when somebody channels. So there's something altered there that's a physical fact. So when you reach these levels, and I believe when you reach 13 hertz in your brain, if you can channel higher energy and higher forces on that level, only then it'll be visible, and only when you have downloads and your accessibility to your download operators mundi, you will know actually what to do. Before that, I just say it's a lot of people speculate, have ideas, use labels, you know, have the God complex, they this and that, and they have no physical proof to do stuff. So look at people that actually can give you something where you're in resonance with, and see that, you know. It's about to develop the skill, and that will be portrayed in the next video. What does that mean, developing a skill and then show and prove? So it's about, you know, if I'm a plumber and I can fix your plumbing, then I have to show and prove. You know, if I have different modalities, like in my invention that I always have to bring up, it's like I have the physical data now from scientific institutes that the photonic resonance of the crystals that are, you know, put to a nanoquartz level have a resonance and really work with the connective cell tissue. And that's for you. Pardon me for checking it around. There's a lot of movement around me. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what's going on. My first day here. So hopefully that cleared something up. And with you, find universal truth, find universal knowledge, the highest pursuit of truth, Hermistras Megastros. That is what you should do. And when we can find an entrance or a gateway for all attuned to it, accessible, then we're talking Stargate. Before that, it's rhetoric, it's virtual space, and I'm here again to get out of virtual space into reality. Take a sip and make it real. But first you have to heal the body, the vessel, the avatar, bring it back here. Then we'll talk concrete stuff. And this is basically what sums up the explanation of how to find a Stargate, how to detect a Stargate, how to sense a Stargate, what can it look like. And in altered states, of course, you see it, but you may not access it, but you can look through the veil. That's allowed. And that's about it. So again, I'll see you on the flip side.